Change has to happen slowly. It has to happen in small, bite-sized pieces. Our lives have a particular momentum and routine. A lot of habitual natures to the thoughts we have and the things we do. We're just unconsciously operating on autopilot. You can't concentrate on more than a tiny little thing at once. When it's easy to do, it's easy not to do, but you have to make it easy to do if you want to have any chance of it actually working in the long term. But then because you've made it so simple and small, it's hard to take it seriously sometimes as well, because it's sort of like, oh, what difference is that going to make? And the truth is that it's not really going to make a massive difference in the moment. It won't. You know, some people sort of saying, oh, well, this isn't helping me lose weight and it's not really doing much. The honest truth is it's not. You know, when you just start with, say, 2 less biscuits every time you sit down to have a tea, or change the brand of something you have, or just a small, simple change, and it isn't going to be huge at the time, but then over time it becomes, you know, a lot of calories that you haven't consumed and a lot of momentum that you can build with that and confidence that you get, and then you're adding one thing on top of the other, and then you start to actually lose some weight. And at that point it was, you know, each little step was easy to do. So the right answer to deal with this is not the same for everyone. But I can tell you that the more painful something is for you, the more motivated and committed that you're going to be. If something's causing you a lot of pain in your life, this weight thing has been getting worse and worse, you've got body aches and you're starting to worry about your future and you've had some health issues and this thing has become so painful, it's front of mind all the time. Doing those little things is going to get you excited for the future that you can see through just adding one little thing on top of the other. Tapping into that pain and making sure that you've got that front of mind, because touching on a really important point is what's front of mind is the thing that you tend to do. If you're looking at that chocolate and you're just thinking about how wonderful it's going to feel to, you know, have that taste sensation in your mouth and how awesome it's going to be, that's the thing you're probably going to do if that's just in the front of your consciousness. But on the other hand, if you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're feeling terrible about yourself, disgusted by how you look, and you're feeling horrible, and you see that chocolate, you're not quite as motivated to have it. You know, you're going to feel compelled to not have it, because that's what's front of mind. It's the feeling that you have in your body as you're being presented with the choice. So the idea of having it seems worse than not having it. So a key, you know, a huge part of it is to stay connected to that pain, right? But you don't want to be just living in pain and then constantly thinking about how bad things are. So you got to be happy with where you are, but wanting more, you know, like you're not satisfied, but you're happy. You know, it's a fine balance to try and keep. But the fact is that your motivation is intimately connected with your pain. When the pain goes away, the motivation goes away. You know, you start a diet because you've come in, you feel horrible, things are really bad, you want change, you don't care what it will take. You lose 5 or 10 kilos, and then all of a sudden you're feeling better about yourself, and then the motivation just fades away. So finding that sweet spot, well, with feeling satisfied and also unsatisfied. And that's a really key point. So that's just one idea, but there's plenty of other areas to explore. And if you're having trouble with stress eating, here's a video you might want to have a look at.